markets close with little change, but in a positive zone. The S&P 500 advanced as much as 1.6% on Thursday after the number of weekly initial claims declined to about 4.4 million, but stocks gave up gains following a negative report regarding potential COVID-19 treatment. The S&P 500 index finished just below its flat line with a 0.1% decline. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose more than 1.7% but at the end of the trading session closed plus 0.2%. Nasdaq Composite do the same, it climbed 1.77% but also closed with little changed, while the Russell 2000 in the middle of trading session rose more than 3.1%, like all previous closed lower, at plus 1.0%. The Financial Times reported that Gilead's anti-coronavirus drug testing flopped in its first randomized clinical trial in China, according to draft documents published accidentally by the World Health Organization. Shares dropped $3.53 from the level $84 per share to $77.78 per share, minus 4.3%. The news unnerved the market and wiped out gains, as Stat News reported last Friday that the drug showed promising signs in one Chicago trial. Gilead defended the results, saying WHO had an inappropriate characterization of the study, and the data still suggested the drug had a potential benefit, according to Stat News. More than 26 million people have filed jobless claims in the last 5 weeks. The grim economic toll from the coronavirus pandemic jumped on Thursday when the government reported another 4.4 million people filed new unemployment claims last week, bringing the 5-week total to more than 26 million. The Fed says it will name companies that participate in its lending programs. The Federal Reserve will disclose the names of companies that benefit from its lending programs, it announced Thursday, a sign that the central bank is willing to provide the kind of transparency lawmakers have been urging. Congress has handed the Treasury Department $454 billion to back up Fed lending facilities, which either make loans or buy bonds to keep credit flowing in key market segments. With that layer of taxpayer insurance, the Fed has announced programs that are meant to help mid-sized businesses, state governments, and large corporations. L Brands fires back after the buyer of Victoria's Secret tries to pull out. L Brands, the owner of Victoria's Secret, shot back at the private equity firm that has been trying to terminate its acquisition of the retail chain. Sycamore said on Wednesday that L Brands had violated terms of its February transaction agreement and that a material adverse effect occurred because of the pandemic, allowing it to terminate the deal to buy 55% of Victoria's Secret for about $525 million. Early May is too soon to reopen auto factories, the United Automobile Workers says. The UAW said on Thursday that it was opposed to companies restarting auto production next month, saying it is not yet safe for its members to return to work. At this point in time, the UAW does not believe the scientific data is conclusive that it is safe to have our members back in the workplace, the union's president, Roy Gamble, said in a statement. We have not done enough testing to really understand the threat our members face. General Motors, Ford Motor and Fiat Chrysler have been discussing with the union when and how they will reopen plants. Earlier on Thursday, Toyota Motor said it was preparing to restart operations at its U.S. plants on May 4. Volkswagen has said it would begin phasing in production at its U.S. plant on May 3.